Hey friends, this is a good one for you. This is Grandpa, Tell Me About the Good Old Days in the key of G. This is such a sweet song. I used to sing with my mom all the time, and now that both of my grandpas are gone, it just brings back some good old memories. So I hope it does for you too, or it may be a new one. Make sure to stop the video, click on the description below, and you will find the link to the chord sheet, and it'll make a lot more sense as we dive in. All right, let's go. Let's jump through it. If you look for this group of 2 black notes, that's where I'm going to start showing you this D chord. So you play right here with your thumb there, line up your 5 fingers, and we're just going to naturally put this black note in the middle with our 3rd finger. We're going to play D, F sharp, A. And that's our D major chord. Okay. And then they do have an E minor, so I'm going to show you that because it's real close to this D. If you move up one set of notes, we have an E, G, B, and that's the E minor chord that we play a few times in this song, not a whole lot. Okay. And then our other 2 chords are G major chords. So the G is tucked in between these group of 3 black notes. Okay, we have G, B, D. That's our G major chord. And then our A is just right next door and pick up this black note. Okay, we have A, C sharp, E. I forgot to mention, so this A chord is the same shape as our D chord. And what I mean by that is we have a black note in the middle, white, white. Sorry, white. So we have black, white, white, making this triangle shape. Okay, so that's our A, and then we have our D. Okay, those same 2 triangle shapes. Okay, so for our left hand, we're going to keep this super simple for those 4 notes. We're going to keep playing single notes down here while we play chords up here. Okay, so we have G while we're going to play G in the bass. Okay. Move up to that A triangle right next door and then play A single note with your A chord. Okay. Then we have D triangle. And sometimes you'll transition between those D and A, D and A. So get used to that triangle to triangle transition. That's a tongue twister. Okay, so here's that D to D. And then our E minor, we're just going to play E minor up here. And then we're going to open this thumb 1 note over. Don't move this hand out of position. Just play over 1 finger, okay? E minor to E in the bass. All right, so I'm going to sing and play through verse 1, and then we'll talk about the rhythm and I'll break it down for you. Grandpa, and tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy, and Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. All right. So how we're bringing these 2 hands together is a simple rhythm I call 1-to-2 ratio. This song is written in 4/4 time signature. So you kind of have this nice steady marching rhythm. We're going to go together, then just the right hand. Together, right, together, right, and so on. And you're just doing this nice steady marching rhythm to give you a good foundation to chord along to this song. Okay, so let's go through that together. I also want to mention patterns. When you notice repetition in your music, it helps take out some overwhelm. So lines 1 and 3 of the verses are the same. Lines 2 and 4 are the same. Okay, so you see that repetition, as well as verse 1 and 2 are the same altogether. Okay, so that takes care of half of your song by just realizing there's some repetition going on and then the verses are the same. Easy peasy, right? All right, let's go through that together. Here we go, starting out that D chord. And if you just do right hand only for a while, that's totally fine. Just leave your left hand out. All right, here you go. Grandpa, tell me about the G, good old days. Sometimes it, D, feels like this world's gone. Here's that A triangle from a triangle, okay? Crazy. Back to the D triangle. Here we go. And Grandpa, G. Take me back to yesterday, when the lines between D, right and wrong, A, didn't seem so D, hazy. All right. Okay, chorus coming up here. Let's talk about patterns. Let's look to see if we notice any repetition. We have G, then D, then A, then D. Okay, looks like that doesn't entirely repeat the next 4 lines, but similarly. Okay, so you only have a chord per, I've simplified it so that you only have a chord per line anyway. So that's pretty simple. Okay, here we go. Did lovers really fall in love to stay and stand beside each D other, come what may? Was a promise really A, something people kept, not just something they would D, say and then forget? Did families really G, bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really D, never go away? Okay, here's transitioning to that E minor. So you're just opening up this thumb in your left hand, going up here to the E minor. Whoa, whoa, grandpa, G, tell me about the A, good old days is D, days. Let's repeat that last line. Whoa, whoa, E minor, grandpa, G, tell me about the A, good old, then to the D triangle, days. Okay, so that's how the bridge goes, is just a little bit of whoa, whoa, grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Repeating a little bit. Okay, that's it. Otherwise, break it up into verses and then the chorus, and then your bridge is simply just the repeat of the last part of the chorus. Okay, have a lot of fun with this one. Bless somebody with this song when you have a chance to get it together. Sing and play along with me. Here you go. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. And Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love to stay and stand beside each other, come what may? Was a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? And whoa, whoa, grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Grandpa, and everything is changing fast. We call it progress, but I just don't know. And Grandpa, let's wander back into the past, then paint me the picture of long ago. Did lovers really fall in love to stay and stand beside each other, come what may? Was a promise really something people kept, not just something tell